That is as a new report says the state's attorney general ran from his home to keep from being served a subpoena in this case.
Attorney General Ken Paxton, a process server, tried to serve Paxton with a subpoena at his home in McKinney near Dallas this morning that was related to a lawsuit about abortion funding. When the server says Paxton jumped into a truck driven by his wife and took off from his home.
A sworn affidavit says Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton ran into his home in McKinney today to avoid being served with a subpoena.
All right, so we got to talk about the Texas Attorney General trying to avoid service of process. This stuff you can't make up. Check this out. So this is the Texas Tribune, and it says Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton fled his home to avoid being served subpoena, court record show. So let's see. This comes from an affidavit of a process server that said the state's top attorney tried to evade him as he attempted to deliver a subpoena from an abortion funds lawsuit against the state. All right, so just let me explain. It seems like the Texas Attorney General is being sued by some not-for-profit over abortion rights, and they want to drag them into court to try to maybe see if they can overturn the law. So let's see what the article goes into. Why is this person being served, and why is he afraid of service? This doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll see. So here's Ken Paxton. Now he's had a lot of other things that have happened with him. He's been under a lot of different scandals. I'm not even going to get into it, but it's just weird. Why would he run from process service? So here it is. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton fled his home in a truck driven by his wife, State Senator Angela Paxton, to avoid being served a subpoena on Monday, right? According to an affidavit filed in federal court. So they have the affidavit. Let's look at the affidavit really quickly. So this is the affidavit, return of service, and in the affidavit, signed by everyone, which the guy put. I served the documents upon Warren Ken Paxton Jr. via personal delivery. So he did serve it to them. And what did he say? On Monday, two subpoenas to appear to testify, blah, blah, blah. As he served one on Junior, on September 23rd, he goes to the house for the residence. Silhouette in the front door. Yeah, he's saying that the guy ran from him, right? Approximately, Angela came out and opened the driver's side rear door, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Paxton ignored me and kept the front door. So we see he seems to run from the process server when you read the court document that you just saw on the screen. Ernesto Martin Herrera, a process server, attempted to serve the state's top attorney with a subpoena for a federal hearing in a lawsuit from not-for-profits that want to help Texans pay for abortions out of state. So it seems like this place wants to help Texans who want abortions out of state pay for that service, and there may be some law that prevents them from doing that. So they're suing to say, hey, we want to be allowed to do this. When Herrera arrived at the home on Monday morning, he told a woman who identified herself as Angela, it seems to be his wife, that he was trying to deliver legal documents to the Attorney General. Makes sense. She told him Paxton was on the phone and unable to come to the door. Herrera said he would wait. Nearly an hour later, a black Chevrolet Tahoe pulled into the driveway, and 20 minutes after that, Paxton exited the home. I walked up the driveway, approaching Mr. Paxton, and called him by name. As soon as he saw me, he heard me call out his name. He turned around and ran back inside the house through the same door in the garage. Herrera wrote down in a sworn statement. So this guy was really trying to avoid service. Angela Paxton exited the house, got inside the Chevrolet truck in the driveway and started it and opened the doors. A few minutes later, I saw Mr. Paxton ran from the door inside the garage towards the rear behind the driver's side, Herrera wrote. I approached the truck and loudly called him by his name and stated I had court documents from him. Mr. Paxton ignored me and kept heading for the truck. Herrera eventually placed a subpoena on the ground near the truck and told him he was served with a subpoena. Both cars drove away, leaving the documents on the ground. On Twitter, Attorney General said his sudden departure was motivated by concerns for his family's safety. He was scared for his family's safety from a process server. The Attorney General, who gets probably served all the time. Really? Really? So why would you let your wife come outside alone to get in the truck if you were really concerned for their safety, right? Because she went outside alone, got in the truck. sat in the truck and, waited for him to run outside, jump in the truck and drive off, right? Yeah. I don't know, that family safety thing just doesn't make sense to me. It is clear that the media wants to drum up another controversy involving my work as Attorney General. This is Paxton. So they're attacking me for having the audacity to avoid a stranger lingering outside my home and showing concern about the safety and well-being of my family, he wrote in a tweet. We got to check out this tweet. Let's check out the tweet. All right, Ken Paxton, here we go. It is clear that the media wants to drum up another legal controversy. This is what we just read. So he tweeted that out. Whoa, 430 quote retweets. What are people saying about this thing? Let's see. So when you said investigators to harass trans kids, Ken Paxton is wow. We got to watch the moves. We got to blot that out. Your family threatened. What's going on? He's not getting any love. Now, Paxton has been under indictment for securities fraud for 7 years and faces a whistleblower lawsuit from former top deputies who accused him of abuse of office. Paxton has denied all wrongdoing. So he may have been thought it might have been something with that, but this guy's got some. He's under indictment, and and this guy's got reelected. Right here it is. He was forced into a runoff election for the Republican nomination for another term in office with high-profile Republicans, including former Texas Supreme Court Justice Eva Guzman and Land Commissioner George P. Bush. Tried to unseat him, but Republican voters chose him over the intra-GOP challengers who criticized his legal and personal scandals on the campaign trail. He faces Democrat Rochelle Garza in November. So, wow, let's just call it what it is. This AG's under indictment. He's got all these wild cases going against him. And on top of that, he ran and won in Texas, again. So it just shows you the people love this guy. I always say this. I don't agree with term limits. I agree the ultimate term limit is the vote. And if the good people of Texas want this guy to represent them, I should say, it just is what it is. But let me know about this story. What do you think about this Texas AG? Was he really concerned for the safety of his family now that you've heard the lawsuit? I think he was just trying to avoid service and now is, just using any excuse. But this is what politicians do, right? They make up excuses, they take our money, and then they get our votes. With that said, if you like what I do, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'm out of here. Peace.